everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I'm Vam. Yes, I know you haven't heard that name in a while. Shut up, I've been taking a break. Um, and today I'm actually not playing my Magic Man. Instead, I'm playing a mysterious red-headed guy that just showed up at Tome Store. And today I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts. Why don't you two introduce yourselves?
Oh shit, I'm on top. Hi, I am Spec and I am player of said tome.
Hey there, I am Morsky, also known as Morskiez, and I point at you two. You're fantastic. I am here with my own lovely detective Moria, so I'm looking forward to the chaos.
This group
And this
chaos
FPS.
never. Uh,
Hmm?
this group chaos never. No, never gonna happen with this group.
Definitely not. I look away at what we discussed before this FPS.
Shh, that's later problems. Though we probably should note when in the timeline this does actually happen.
Yeah, it's so fair note. It's a fair bit before the Yo trip, but it's after everyone knows what's Camille's relation to Sam. It's probably before Moria found out that yes, she is an isekai.
Man,
So the professor
I
told her it's cool.
God, I miss people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this FPS opens up with Moira home alone. And Moira Tomb is out, probably will be out for a little bit longer. But why don't you roll a perception?
Yeah, can do. Moria, what's your perception again? It's +8. Right, I need to use Avery for this. That's a low roll, 14.
Okay, with a 14,
I love
let me
AI 14 low roll.
let me actually roll something else.
Rolling stealth. Oh
Holy
my goodness.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you absolutely like hear nothing. You don't notice as like the locks on Tome's doors slowly start to click downwards, like each of them are being picked. You don't notice when the door swings open and then like shuts just as quickly. You don't notice the figure that's creeping towards the back of the couch, hood over his head. You do, however, notice
Oh
when
my
like
god.
when he places his phone behind your head and like plays "Wake Up Honey" MP3, which is just like air horn noises.
Holy
um,
shit.
so I want to say Moria was probably reading a book at this moment with some tea, and she chokes on the tea and starts laughing a bit, and she turns around. Who does
And
she perceive?
she sees a young man with a hood over his head and headphones slung over his neck. And you haven't met him. Like, at this point, she's probably met him in person like once. But you remember like you know what you've seen him once like in person at least, so you know
Yeah.
him. And he takes his hood off and he grins up at you and it's like, "Hey, boss."
Hey, 420. Getting a kick out of scaring this old woman, huh? Like,
Absolutely.
um, Soap came to visit. Is everything alright?
Yeah, I just wanted to run over the chat safety parameters that you I added new stuff and he rubs his hands here.
I see. Well, first things first, how about I get you a chair so you can sit down? Would you like to eat or drink anything? And, how are the locks on the door? Because
um
she knows Tom would have locked the house when he went out.
Yeah, she looks. The door is closed. I mean, she can roll it on perception if she likes.
Yeah, sure.
Tom's gonna have to reinvest in all his locks
24.
after this. He's not gonna trust any of them now.
Yeah, Moira, the door is closed, but when you look out of the window, literally every single lock has been picked. Not broken, picked.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair. She knows 420 is just like this, so she's just like, uh, well, I'll need to explain that to Tom when he gets home. I guess that's a problem for future me.
Oh yeah.
See, she's
Speaking
so
of your
she's gonna
Oh.
like just she's gonna look back to 420, see like, yeah, is there anything he wants to eat or drink?
420 shakes his head, but he does let me roll hammer space. Yeah. Actually, what were the rules on, like, because I remember that vaguely half Toonkind, half real kind
Okay,
can be with hammer spaces.
So it depends on the player. I know that for Camille and Leo, you have to get a 5 or higher, but I know that there are other half-toons who don't follow that rule, so it really depends on the player and how they're flavoring it.
I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna do it like the same as the Leo and Camille for 420, just because I put 420 down and I gesture at Leo and Camille. They have like the exact same fucking art styles and like backstories in some ways.
Can't believe we have quadruplets now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a
All
treat.
right. He reaches into the pocket of his hoodie and he takes out like a long like strip of wire and he's like, "Oh, not what I needed." And okay, yeah, he puts it back and he takes out a padlock and like tosses it towards Moira, like, "Oh, so you have a roommate here. Lock for me."
Ah, I'll keep that in mind, and she will just place that on his side so it can't get lost.
Hmm. And he's just like, "Oh, and no tea for me. I've got, and this isn't a hammer space roll. It's literally just him reaching into his normal hoodie pocket and taking out Dr. Peppers."
She will just nod then and is just, so you said you wanted to check something out with me, right?
Yep.
Shall we go over that?
Yeah, and I am not a hacker. I do not have like any technological jargon like knowledge. So just like assume that he ran like over some ideas with her to keep the chat more secure.
Yeah. And like she would have given her opinion, and this seems like a good time for Tome to come back home, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a perception and see if he notices his door's unlocked. All of them.
How many locks?
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh!
That's a
So
nat
for
20.
yeah.
So for
Yeah.
our dear listeners, for those
So
who know,
for
Tome has
he-
a very high perception modifier. Yeah, he just got a nat 20 plus 10. I think he notices. So
yeah.
how you doing there, Tome? I shake him. You doing good? Cool. He kind of just he's on the other side of the door. Which I should note, he lives in an apartment style, so he's like in the little hallway thing. Yeah, gallery paranoia. He's in the hallway thing, and he kind of pauses as he goes to unlock the door, and he notices it. You can tell when a door's been unlocked when you put the key in. It doesn't click.
Yep.
And he does that for you. You could hear all the other locks have the exact same thing checked with them as he just goes through down it and realizes. And then he I'm gonna roll a stealth because he is gonna absolutely be stealthy into here.
Oh, fair, but I'm just going for all the stages of grief, huh?
Yeah, he really is. Tone voice. Oh gosh, I can't. Okay, tone voice. Don't panic. It's fine. It's fine. Tome. Glad to see the paranoia is kicking in well.
Can I keep Moria's 24 from earlier?
Yeah, cause yeah.
I need to like look for his perception. Give me a second.
While you do that, I'm gonna quickly grab my pizza
Yeah.
rolls from the microwave.
He- I'm surprised that honestly, I'm surprised 420 doesn't know guidance. I guess it's not something wizards can learn.
Um,
Okay, I return with my
no,
breakfast.
it is more of a cleric spell, what I know, and there's a type of rogue who gets it,
What?
but that's specifically the wild card rogue, so.
Yeah, I will say 420 probably slapped an alarm spell on the door, but Tome would have fallen under one of the creatures that wouldn't ping him, basically.
This one's okay.
Yeah, even if he doesn't notice the door opening, like he did set up like alarms and shit, because surprise, he does have a healthy dose of paranoia.
Who get along great?
Everyone, I'm just like, this is why Moria isn't worried. Like, she knows she is with one paranoid picnic and she lives with another paranoid picnic. They got the alarm system set. It's fine.
Yeah, no, like that as before he even started talking about anything, Moira would have seen him slap an alarm on the door, slap like private sanctum, slap down like non-detection, like
Yeah.
all this shit.
Yeah, probably she helped him out with that too. Like,
Yeah.
even if she is not as well versed in magic, she will actually understand the technological side of things.
Yeah, like
Fairly well.
in terms of flavor, this is all like technological, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like even when he talked to Camille, like the guy slapped down like non-detection spells first.
Yeah. So,
They're gonna
Yeah.
get along
Moria
great.
knows that is handled.
Yeah, but anyway, let me roll his perception. Yeah, 420 doesn't know this tome.
Moria does.
Cool. Because Tome is currently opening up the door slowly, crossbow in hand, looking over the room. I'm gonna carry his 30, and he kind of sees Moria, and there is that instant silent connection of why is the door unlocked? Who do I need to shoot?
Moria is just going to like look at him and you silently get, it's okay, unexpected guests, but they're friendly. She'll like wave him over.
Tome is going to put the crossbow away. And Moria is lucky that Tome trusts Moria. And he is going to turn and he is going to lock all of his bolts. And before he just kind of walks up behind and goes, and so who is this?
Oh,
Hey,
hey, boss, it's your roommate, the wet detective.
The what?
Yeah, because you're like a wet purr little meow meow.
Give me a second. Hold up. What? 1 second, ma'am. You took me out there. You said that right as I was about to take a bite of my food. I am so glad that you got me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Moria will not comment on the poor wet meow meow ritual, but she will say, this is my roommate, my dear friend Tome. Tome, this is 420.
He's as bad as the chat.
Well,
he just winks at.
well, I mean, he is the one who keeps an eye on it. He's in charge of security.
Oh, I meant Pritchett. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, 420 just winks at him and it's just like, yeah, but neither me nor Chat are as bad as Samantha.
Tome blinking.
Maurice is going to sip on her tea.
Tome just standing here. He's been bullied.
Me out of character. Expect half Tome ask what's the matter.
Yeah.
Fine. What's the matter?
Nothing much. What's the matter with you?
Oh, by the moon. This is canon now. Thanks, everyone. Good work, team.
Oh.
420 just grins and like fucking opens his phone, and he's just like, he's just like, Moira, come on, come here. Look at this.
Yes?
And let me look for the exact picture I need. And he just he just um he just shows Moira this. I'm spoiling because Coco. He just shows Moira this and like holds the photo up next to Tome.
There is a pause.
Bonus Tome is making that face, actually.
Yeah. There's literal pause as she is looking at that, and oh boy, I get to roll deception for her. Nat 20.
No, I'm rolling
You
insight.
go, girl.
I'm rolling insight.
Yeah, she's trying to hide because she feels. Oh yeah.
That is
yeah,
his sibling.
She feels, yeah, because she feels a bit bad laughing at Tom, but yeah, she sees it. She's losing it just mildly.
That is his sibling. He gets sibling rights to counter that deception with an
Yeah.
insight.
Just you see her choke on her tea a bit and hide her laughter in the cup.
Tome, who cannot see the pictures, crosses his arms. What?
Moria is pausing. She looks away. She looks back at you, Tome, and slight bullying.
Why am I
420
not
voice,
surprised?
Hey, I take offense to that. There's a pause, and then he's just like, I don't bully slightly. This is
Okay,
very much
fine.
bullying.
Moria will pause and then just go, okay, well, it's not fair that we don't show the picture. You can see the picture, Tome.
420 shows the picture. However, in the time that like Tome and like Mora spoken, he has somehow photoshopped Tome's hat onto the cat.
Crosses his arms, and like his face gets like bright red for a second. He's like, I don't, no.
You know that one gag when someone is like, I don't look like that, and then makes the exact same expression or
Yes,
face.
that is exactly what he's doing.
Exactly. Oh, Tome.
That is exactly what's happening here.
Camille, not Camille, God, 424. I don't know, Chief. You sure look like it to me, right, Moira?
I better not say anything so that there isn't too much retribution later.
You're no fun, like 420 pouts.
Oh.
She will give you a pat on the shoulder, like, there, but I can find you more kitten photos for Camille.
Yes!
Wait.
I took some very cute ones the other day. Look at these, and she pulls out her phone.
Tome instantly moving to look, too. Yeah. Like, wait, this one, this one's of interest.
She gestures Tome to come over, and you have all these, like, adorable kitten photos. Actually, I think I have one right here on my computer. Let me just find it.
We collect the kitten Camille's.
Yes, we do. Here we go, I found it, and I won't even need to spoiler this one.
Yes! Yes, this is what we needed.
Here, like, 420 just, like, grabs at his chest, and then, like, falls, like, backwards, like, you know, like, pocket knife, like, just folds backwards, like, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And he's oh no! 999 damage! Oh! Okay. I'm down! Hacker down! Security breach!
Just handed me, oh my gods, this one's like the Pritch chat, but in front of me.
No, badass. This is literally like the prick shot but in front of him, huh?
He is going through
Amazing.
every stage of grief right now. He can't put his pen away for this one.
Rip
Prick
Tome.
chat. Somewhere Pritch Twine is like, ayo, for real?
Pritch having way too much.
Oh,
Man. But
you
yeah.
like Tome, you're getting a pat on the shoulder. 420, you're getting a pat on the head. And Tome Moria will pull out a chair for you so you can sit down with them.
God, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for him, though. Right now, he's just like, he has probably taken Moira's phone from when she offered it to him, and is now
Yeah.
just like, making incoherent, like, cooing noises, like, looking at all the Camille kitten photos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moira voice, okay, crisis averted. The hacker has been, like, placated for now.
Yeah, like the hacker has been placated. Not like people
Enrichment given.
haven't been too mean to Tome. It's good.
Enrichment's been given and a bullying got to be done. It's a great day for Moria.
Yeah. Also, this is a complete sidebar, but when hearing the amount of locks Tome has on his door, Moria has handed me that probably when she wants to get in and out quickly, she just goes through the window.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
to
with
tell you guys, I have to draw out his floor pan because I cannot emphasize how much of a nightmare it is to get to Tome's window.
See, you say that, but Moria has a plus 13 to athletics.
It's not
probably
a
easier
window
for
that
her
opens is the problem, which means you have to break it.
It's okay. It's okay. We can fix that. It's now in a window that opens.
Moria, Tome keeps. I've said this before, but Tome keeps curtains over his windows at all time, because paranoia. I'm willing to bet Moria probably just changed out one of the windows to an open one, and Tome just hasn't noticed yet.
Yeah. It's one of those that you can open and close. Like it has the handle where
Yeah.
it can be closed, it can be put on a kip, and it can be opened proper. So she just changed that so she can like go in and out the house easier.
Yee. Tome does not know this. Tome still goes through his Moria. About
yes, Tome,
5 or 6
you have a
locks.
new lock. Yeah, like also where it's just, oh yes, Tome, you have a new lock, and she'll take over the padlock for 20, hand it to her, and just passes it over.
I like to imagine she tosses it and he catches it, and he just instantly starts looking it over, like inspecting it with such detail.
Yeah,
sure.
roll perception.
He's going to roll
Yeah,
perception.
Sure. Moria will just know it's a gift from 420. It's a good lock.
18.
Yeah, Tom, this is a very high quality lock. Like this shit is like high grade. Like this is probably one of those like locks that costs more than like an entire like month's rent.
Tome is very torn because this is a gift from someone, which means 420 knows how to break through, plus 420 broke through all his other locks. But also, Tome could never afford a lock this nice. This is a very nice lock.
Tom
He is going to pocket this for a later crisis.
Yeah, Tom having a crisis about this while fucking Ing 420 is cooing over Camille photos really feels on brand.
It is.
Yeah.
Tome in the corner just slowly rotating it, trying to figure out, is it worth the cost? Is it worth the safety? I mean, Penumbra can't get in, but 420 can. But Moria trusts 420, but I don't know 420. It's just like having like a little like crisis over the corner.
Yeah, I'm like, meanwhile, Moria's just sitting here and drinking her tea.
Yeah,
She's just watching the clown car.
like 420 is just like here, man. He probably finished covering everything he needed to with Moira, so now he's
Yeah.
just fucking looking at Camille's cat photos. And Moira can actually roll a real quick insight.
Insight, you say? I'd love to.
However, I will warn, it will be contested by his deception.
Yeah, let's hope it dies. Well, Avra is nice to me. That's a 27. Nice.
I'm gonna roll his deception, but I think you've beaten it.
Fingers crossed.
20 nat 20s it.
Yep, no, that makes
Hey.
sense. Fucking
Oh, she made it.
Moira, you notice the bags under this guy's eyes.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely covered them up with makeup, and like, but the fact that you notice at all kind of says a lot about how tired he is.
Yeah, like, honestly speaking, he said no to food, but you know what? She's gonna sneak some on a plate over to him anyways. Like, it's some sweets. There's some sweets on a plate, and they're in front of you, dude.
Alright, he will take sweets. He will take sweets. He likes sweets.
They're cookies.
Mm.
And probably a random assortment of other sweet things, but yeah.
And he's just looking at like he has finished cooing over like the Camille photos, so now it's just that oh no, the hacker has like finished cooing over the photos. Stop him before he bullies Tome again.
It's probably fine. Moria hopes it's fine. She'll step in if it goes too far.
Yeah, right now he is just like, so you're boss's roommate.
Yes. Tone.
420 nods, like, yes, the wet cat detective.
Please stop telling me that.
I'm right.
No, I am not. I am neither cat nor wet, and I'm not even a detective.
Wet cat private eye? That is the only part of your sentence that 420 took in.
Trust me, Tome noticed that. I am still not a cat, nor am I scrunkly or wet or any other form of the poor little meow meow traits.
I mean, I didn't say scrunkly. You kind of brought that one up yourself.
I did not.
What's a poor little meow meow?
Don't answer that.
Tome.
No, it's not.
Moria, it's just like I still didn't quite get an answer. Like, you say it's Tome, but
Fucking Moira, like fucking 420 just like opens up like an article like on the Urban Dictionary about the poor little meow meow and hands it
Oh
to
my
Moira.
god.
she's like, thank you. Like, I figure it's some new slang I haven't caught up to yet.
Yeah.
There's just this pause as she reads it, and it's just, I see.
Moria?
Moira voice. I can't tell Tome that this actually sounds a lot like him.
Tome betrayed.
Exactly. Moria's just like, yeah, I better not say anything.
He's been betrayed. The heartbreak.
I'm sorry, Tome, but it's not her fault that the traits match. She's being nice and not saying anything.
Shakes my head.
420. 420 is just like, see, Moira agrees.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Tome it's just all he's handing me is crossing arms pout look.
Aww.
The twins have rubbed off on him too much.
There's like a pause from Moria and it's just sorry. I'll get you something sweet after this.
Tome seems a little bit less angry.
420 is just gone, and I finished what I was working on.
And what were you
Now
working
you'll
on?
go out.
Hold on, Scopo.
Oh my goodness!
What's that?
My good. Oh my goodness!
I fell out of the chair.
I'm just imagining Moria going. Yeah, if you want, we could go outside right now, like to the painted lake, and then this photo is revealed.
420 like reveals it with a fucking flourish too. You know.
Yeah.
I am on
Yeah.
the ground. I am dying.
Hey,
dead.
hey, Bam, I hand this to you. What if 420 changes Tome's photo to be that?
He would, honestly.
Alright, give me a second. Let me download it.
Just family resemblance, like father, like son, right?
Let me see if I can get it to work. Oh my gosh. Alright. Get me going to the dice spot.
Fucking 420 just like holds this up, and then holds up that picture of Camille as like a kitten with like the arrow pointing to Camille going full of coffee, and he's just like, this is a father, this is a son, we just need the Holy Spirit now.
That's Leo.
Yeah, and he's just like, he's pouting like, I haven't found a good cat photo for Leo yet.
Like Moria pauses and like, ask Camille. I think he can get one for you easy. I admit I haven't spoken to Leo much outside of the cafe, so.
Alright. I am almost done setting this up. I'm dying.
I'm almost tempted to say Moria messages Camille like, hey,
Get
do you have a good cat photo that you think would fit Leo? Yes, thank you.
Oh my god, okay, give me a second.
Okay.
She sent this.
Oh my gosh! Also,
She sent this.
let me.
I love like the fact that Tome hasn't even asked Maria who the fuck this is.
I mean, to be fair, she
He did start.
explain at the
He did
beginning.
start with whom's is this?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but,
yeah, and
but
like
he's not
Moria.
asking for more detail. He's just like, ah, yes, okay.
I hate to say this, all Tome is handing me is that is the least of his concerns right now.
Oh my
Surprise.
goodness.
Also, I point you all to bot setup to.
Oh my god, I can't believe you actually did it.
Perfect. Perfections.
The icon
God,
should be small enough to be safe.
Also, Fletch did point out that 420 bears such a physical resemblance to both Leo and Camille.
Hold up, I'm making an intelligence. Let's see how long it takes Tome to connect those dots.
Oh my
The dots
goodness.
are not connected, by the way. They're completely
That's it
unrelated.
too.
You know.
Yes, here's the thing though. I do need to point out the one thing. Tome has technically met Timmy, who, while he isn't a half-toon, is very, very almost near identical to the twins too. So Tome at this point is just, yes, the gag. They just appear now.
Oh my goodness.
Tome is just
Honestly,
convinced that they just appear.
Honestly, though, like, I actually, like, Honestly, though, the thing is, 420 isn't just like a toon. He's specifically a half toon, real kind, with curly red hair and glasses.
Are you
Oh.
going to say anything on it? Let me see. Are you going to say anything? Yes, you'll say something. After a moment, he does kind of glance at 420 and then at Moria and then back at 420 and then at Moria, and he probably leans over very, very slightly because he does not want to say this too loudly, but kind of leans over and goes, how does he know Camille and Leo again?
um, I don't know the full story, but he knew Camille first, and they've been helping each other out.
Tome's gonna take
Camille
that as enough of
befriended,
a
like.
hint that they're not related. Because the boys have told him that there was only two.
Yeah, just I don't think Moria actually knows the full story either, but like she's aware that yeah, no, they know each other. Camille at the least has like befriended Mr. Hackerman.
Tome internally.
Mr.
Oh, thank goodness I
Hackerman.
don't have to adopt another one.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but Moria is already adopted 420, so you are an uncle at the least.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's gonna come for Tome eventually, but like he's in denial still, so.
I mean, Tom
That's fair.
says that. Tom like thinks that to himself, and then Moira just like nudges like a sweet over to 420. Like, come on, you gotta eat more.
Yeah, exactly.
Tome looking at, you know what? Tome just handed me something. Tome's gonna look over at Moria and make a little knife cat face. Because, oh, revenge!
It's
He's
if
so happy.
Moria was a toon, you'd swear there would be a question mark above her head, like, is everything alright?
Yeah, of course. And how, you're, 420's boss, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
He's just raising an eyebrow at you now, Tome.
Tome's not saying a thing. Tome's gonna go make some tea, actually. He's gonna make some coffee and tea.
Okay.
Quick
I feel like
question.
at this point, Moria lightly mother hens 420. Just
God.
lightly.
420 like has no clue how to take it, but he's just like, ah yes, okay, so this is what a good boss feels like.
Holds him.
Oh.
Oh, baby.
Like
Oh,
like
420.
you think he would recognize like parent like maternal mother Henning? My good boy would not know.
We're gonna get we're
That's
going to
fair.
get you good family experiences. I swear by it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
Yeah,
formative
like.
childhood experiences.
But also,
Yeah.
quick question: at this point in the timeline, would Moria know like that Camille was Sam, or
Yes.
all right? So 420 is just like 420, just like after Tom leaves, 420 just kind of points at Tom, just like trust him.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
that's
good.
good. And he just sighs and just kind of like flops dramatically on the couch, like throwing an arm over his eyes, and he's just like, man, the baby detective is just like telling people left and right, like I have so much work now.
Perhaps,
What?
but I'm glad he finally told me. I'm one of the last ones, honestly.
Uh, like 420 makes like a noise, and he's just like, still say he shouldn't have, but he wanted to. I guess I'm just gonna be here to clean everything up if something does go wrong.
Well, we'll do our best not to add more to your job, yeah. We wouldn't want that for Camille either.
Like 420 nods.
Uh,
Honestly, honestly speaking, the both of you also see like just slight worry on Moria's end. She does mean what she says. She's worried for the kid. She'd prefer if there isn't more stress on everyone.
Everyone is
Yeah.
so stressed because of this kid.
God,
Yeah.
Tome just hears all this from like the kitchen.
Yeah, no, Tome genuinely handed me, oh, my anxiety is going to spike. How many people has Camille told?
Tome
I
staring
feel
at
like
the pot of tea.
yeah. Oh,
Tome voice.
it's like
I'm drinking the
more
coffee.
like Moria will know like as far. So I got the list of who's knows, and like sure, there's more than 5 people, but it isn't a huge amount either. And it all looks to be people that Camille and Cleo trust explicitly.
Tome just kind of walks back, coffee and tea in hand, and he places the tea down. And the entire coffee pot is now for him. Thanks, you've given him stress.
Oh.
It doesn't even bother like pouring in. He like pours into the cup, downs the first one in just one go, and just pours a second cup right off the bat. Okay,
Oh.
okay. Cool.
Honestly, Moria is giving me like, do you just want to drink from the jug
No,
directly? Here, I'll pass you the sugar.
no. Fun fact: Tone doesn't have anything with his coffee. He just drinks straight black coffee.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, actually, 420 is just like, ooh, can I have some?
How old are you?
22.
Dang, he's my age.
Tome is going to roll insight to make sure that is true. Got his little eyes narrowed. Yeah, don't bother rolling. I saw your modifier. Don't bother.
True, but like Tome like has no clue if 420 is just shitting him right now.
You know what? Tome's too stressed to care. He pours you some coffee.
Like Moria will just like quietly note to Tome, just don't worry, he actually is.
Tome relaxes and does pour coffee for 20.
Okay, I will say, by the way, instead of like asking for a cup of coffee to be poured, he asks to hold the jug for a bit.
I know what you're gonna do, and I
Huh.
say he hands over the jug.
All right, he pours like coffee straight into the soda can that he's holding. You know, the
Never mind. I
energy
did not know what you're. Oh my!
Oh my goodness.
Tome chokes on his
Moria-
coffee.
Moria is just quietly giving me like prayer hands. Where is the emoji? She's just quietly giving me this internally.
Tome just chokes on his coffee, like just straight up chokes. You killed him.
420 hands back like the coffee jug and then just like drinks like straight face. He doesn't even fucking flinch. He doesn't wait for the coffee to cool either.
I mean, to be fair, honestly, Moria's like, he must have finished his drink.
No, he didn't. There was still
Tome did not assume that. Tome did not assume that.
Oh dear. Oh well. Well, Moria will hand the coffee jug back to Tome. But
Tome's pouring
she's
himself some
like,
more coffee. He's gonna need it for this conversation.
yeah, like the Moria, you know the Ben Affleck meme. I really need to draw a version of that with Moria. Just there, you have that for a moment, but she's back. She's back to like sitting more normally.
God. 420 is just like 420 is just like, so, Mr. Detective Man.
No, not a detective, but yes.
What do you think about our good red-headed baby?
Tome instantly going and dying a little internally because yes, isn't that a bunch of emotions to unpack?
Moria just quietly like, it's okay, you have time. Just like pat.
What about him?
Well, what do you think about him? 420 like smiles at you.
Well, he is. Sorry, I looked at the gallery and it took me up.
Oh?
Please look at the gallery right now.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I
Holy
did
bleep,
all of
that's
this.
amazing!
I did all of this with a trackpad, by the way.
Your work is amazing. That truly family resemblance.
This makes me so happy. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a family now. It's the perfect. Sorry. That just it took me out for a second.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Handshake.
Yeah, but he's just like he's 420 is just like smiling at Tome in a way that's slightly dangerous, and he's just like what are your intentions with the baby detective?
Tom kind of crosses his arms. Well, I intend on helping him with his situation and make sure he stays out of getting any harm. Something I would expect the same of you.
What did Tome say? Sorry, I zoned out for the last bit.
You're good. Helping him with his current situation and keeping him out of future harm.
Yeah. And he said something at the end, though, right?
He says something I would expect the same of you because he's picking up some vibes. And oh my sweet, I just saw the list of people and how they found out.
Oh my goodness.
420 been knew, like he knew from the start.
Yeah.
But also, let me just roll something real quick. Oh, that's a nat one. Actually, you know what? Fuck you up, right? Just in that one away. He's a spy. I'm giving him advantage with for deception.
I'll allow you advantage.
Thank
By
you.
power of DM.
Yeah, like 420 just kind of looks at like Tome.
I'm gonna roll insight if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So close.
Nope, you cannot read this guy.
Oh, Tome hates that actually.
Yeah, like 420 just like smiles back at Tome, and he's just like, yeah, but we're not talking about me right now. I mean, you say that you're going to stick with the baby detective and all, but are you gonna like, are you actually going to keep staying even when the going gets tough?
And there goes the walls. Okay.
Oh
all right.
dear.
There's unhappy Tome. Okay. Tome just kind of crosses his arms and his mouth presses into a bit of more of a thin line. Yes, of course I will.
I am 420, like play 420 is hard because his mind goes a mile a minute and like takes so many different routes, and I'm just like, okay, hold on, let me fucking decipher this into something useful.
Mood.
No, that's fair. I will say Moria on her end ships and like yeah. I trust Tome quite a lot. She'll stay.
Yeah, and 420 is just like 20 just makes like a non-committal noise, and he's just like and how do I know you're telling the truth? How do I know you're not just saying pretty words to assuage me?
How do I know the same thing about you and everything you've said so far?
420 grins. You don't.
Tome is okay. But we're putting Tome in a box because Tome is genuinely just handing me such not positive emotions, and that it is It is, wow, okay, I'm gonna put him into the little baby corner for a moment, let him simmer for a second.
I feel like Moria is seeing this like she mentioned on her own end like she trusts Tome explicitly and she trusts 420 and like she's kind of looking at this and going she'll wait a bit more before she decides to intervene.
I'm taking 420 is hitting on something Tome already has a lot of self-conscious like fear on.
This is the unfortunate part about playing him because like 420 he's a nice guy. He's not necessarily a good one.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like he has and will he has the capability to like seek information out about people. And while like I haven't really done anything with that because guest shares like obviously everyone has their own laws and I'm not gonna like hey cross those lines, and so I do not have him do anything with that. Probably because Camille asked, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Probably because Camille
yeah.
was like, hey, don't. But
Yeah, I feel Moria would actually ask as well. Like, he can look into it, but she would ask then at least that he keeps it private.
yeah,
Because that's a lot
like,
of people's secrets.
yeah, like 420 is just like I don't like you like he survived in a spiral for this fucking long. It takes a certain kind of person.
Yeah.
And he isn't like right now he's just he doesn't really have much opportunity to grill the people that Camille has told, because surprise, one, Camille has told a lot of people accidentally or otherwise, and two, even 420 himself is fully aware of like he's not really the best with people.
Yeah.
Oh, but like this is a rare opportunity where not only can he grill someone who knows, but Moira is here to presumably like fucking scrap him if he goes a little too far.
Yeah. Which she's she's kind of considering whether she should stop this for she won't move in yet. Yet being the key word.
Yeah. So right now he's just how should I put this? He's just like grilling Tome and like poking, like seeing if Tome actually does like mean it, if Tome will actually stand by Camille no matter what, or if Tome will just leave. Because in his opinion, if Tome can't stand by Camille when the heat gets cranked up, like Tome is like better off like not getting involved.
Here's the problem is you have managed to hit the nerve so well. Tome is genuinely handing me he is having to hold on to his coat because his hand is trying to curl into a fist.
My God, this
I
is the second
cannot
time.
emphasize how unhappy he is right now.
Ooh,
This is the
hit right
second
into the
FPS I've
trauma
been in
point.
with him, and he has already managed to like anger someone else.
You hit a very specific nerve.
Admittedly, the Moria in my head is now just okay. Noting this, I should like Moria is kind of noting this and noting this nerve hit. Like this is only something like that would come up in a conversation. I think if Tome talked about it, but on Moria's end, she's just like noting this as a okay. I'll need to make sure Tome is okay in a bit.
He's not giving me any response is the problem. It's because all he's handing me is, I want to deck this little shit. And I'm like, Tome, you cannot.
I mean, he can.
He is
can
not
deck
going to.
it.
Tome is. He He's currently
I
handing
mean,
me just
he
sitting there
can.
stewing
Moria
because
would
he
just draft both of them. I'd be happy to do the role for that too if you would like.
here's the problem. He's wants to, he's not going to. He wants to so badly, but he does have enough self-control he's not going to.
That's good.
So he's
Also,
kind of
he's
just
an
sitting there
adult.
stewing. Yeah, he is an adult, so he's just kind of sitting there stewing.
I'm
Fair.
so sorry for Camille. Like, because Camille, like, 420 actually cares about Camille a lot. So he's actually, like, a lot sweeter, nicer with Camille. And to a degree, Moira as well. Not
Oh.
so much with other people.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, no, if Tome's having that kind of reaction, she will actually tug on 420 and it's just, like, bit too much.
420, like, sighs and takes a sip of his drink, and he's just like, what? Like, he has to, like, know. I mean, the baby detective's got a lot of things going on all the time.
I do know, and
That's
like I said, I don't plan on leaving.
who, I mean, Moria is admittedly like, oh yeah, no, she's aware and she's glad you're looking out for Camille, just pressing directly on someone's trauma button still isn't the
In
best way to
420's
go about
defense,
things.
he doesn't know this is a trauma button.
Exactly, which is why Moria is going, how do I say this in a good way without revealing something that Tome doesn't really want revealed?
I will save all of us and roll an insight.
Actually, yeah, I want to say, do you two want to roll an insight on Moria?
Or 13 on Moira, let me roll one on Tome. 23 on Tome, okay.
From Moria, you can sense that she feels a bit awkward. I think you can catch that, oh yes, like, she knows why you're doing this, and she's glad that you're keeping an eye out for Camille. But you get the sense that, like, she's looking at this conversation and you misstepped something. You don't know what it is specifically, though. Though I feel like with that 23 on Tome, you are going to catch what that misstep was.
Yeah, Tome's pretty upset. You have hit a nerve.
Ah. God,
Yeah.
I hate that 420 voice is just like 420. Like, part of him is just like, oh, poke at the nerve more, see, like, try and push him, see if he will actually deck me, because at least if he does, that means, like, he knows how to defend himself and the baby. And I am just like, holds you, I can't take you anywhere.
Those were such low rolls, despite being a 16 and a 14, respectively. The first one is for Tome, by the way. The second one is for 420.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna even roll deception. You can tell Home is like, I'm gonna roll deception to see if you can figure out why the nerve is hitting so bad. But you do not have to, I'm not gonna even hide. You could tell he is not in a good mood. Alright, I'm sorry, Moria. You can't see it, just barely. Gosh, this might make things worse.
Oh,
But for 20, you
man.
can see through him. That is a big nerve because that is a question Tome has asked himself before.
No, why did you have to tell me that?
I'm
No.
sorry!
No.
The Moria in my head is currently going, actually, maybe I should scruff these two.
God, no, the fact that you said that this is a question Tome has asked himself, meaning that 420 himself, like, looks at this and it's just like, oh, so even Tome isn't certain.
Yeah, like, I cannot emphasize when I say you hit a very specific nerve, I mean like you hit a specific nerve enough that I consider it one of his key fears.
Why is 420 like this? This is the second FPS he's been in. He hasn't even fucking like done any digging into these people, and yet he has a knack for like fucking shooting right at like people's vulnerable spots.
The Moria really do just be sitting here doing the prayer hands as this is going down.
God, okay. I think 420. God, Spec, you had to tell me this. You had to tell 420 this.
You can
He
ignore
just,
it. You're the player. You're allowed to ignore things.
we both know that the characters have their own whims.
I do have to remind you, this is in the
Yeah,
past.
I
We
certainly know.
cannot kill either.
Yeah, 420, just like having seen that, he's just like, oh, so you're also not even sure.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Have to roll that whiz check. How you doing, Tom?
Well, depending on what you roll.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Tome's face just kind of solidifies and he stiffens. And he goes, I am quite sure.
No, you aren't. You're this mad because you aren't.
No, I'm this mad because you don't believe me.
No, you're this mad because you aren't. And here, like 420 actually kind of sighs and he drops his grin and he scratches at his cheek a little and goes, believe it or not, I actually do care about the baby detective quite a lot. If me pushing your buttons is getting this bad of a reaction out of you, like, that's not a good weakness to have. That's not a good doubt to have.
Sighs and adds this conversation to the pile. Don't worry, we'll be dealing with the consequences of this later.
Real quick, does a 17 and a 19 scruff your two boys?
Hold on.
Yeah.
What would I even roll to like contest that?
That's athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Who's each thing for?
This like those were such low roll. Oh, yeah. Oh, but Tome, you do.
Tome
get
gets a
out.
nat 20.
It's probably because you're so much taller, but I think actually there is a moment Moria scraps you two before putting you two down and look. You're both worried, but right now you're provoking each other far too much. I think it would be better if you lay things flat without insulting each other, yes? Because, like, because as someone who knows the both of you, I know you're just worried and scared for Camille. That's why this is provoking the both of you so much, isn't it?
420 like huffs and he just kind of like fiddles with the headphones slung over his neck and he's just like, geez, boss, like way to lay me bare in front of a guy.
I think it's fair since she did the same to him.
Didn't even mean to, like I wasn't even meaning to, and we both know the kind of like enemies that Camille has.
I know.
Tome's just handing me glaring at 420 right now.
Yeah, no, Moria sighs and goes, I know, and I appreciate you caring for Camille this much, but there are better things to go about things sometimes, you know?
420 just huffs again. He's just like, look. And he gestures at Tome. The guy needs to be prepared. I wasn't even trying to hurt him, and he got all his hackles raised, and he got so mad. I mean, if I was actually trying to hurt him, or if I was like an enemy, I would like it would be so easy to goad him into attacking me or doing something reckless and careless, you know? And I'm not risking the baby detective because of someone's temper.
Excuse me. I think what you're failing to notice is I didn't attack you.
Or now. But you're right, that is a point in your favor.
Moria is just handing me a tired sigh.
Where I don't know how to. Tome, I'm putting Tome in the baby joke because he is handing me wanting to almost snarl at 420. You are you have Moria said you are 22, you are an adult, which, well, yes, you are a child to him, that also means you are old enough that he does not have as much patience with you.
This is so funny because, like, out of character, like, Moira knows like 420 is like this because he simply has had little to no interaction with people outside
Yeah,
outside of his
but
profession.
it's kind of why she is like trying to talk this out, and also like perhaps laying things bare wasn't the nicest, but she felt that okay, this is happening, like this is the truth for the both of you. L- let's not get into let's like this isn't even really the constructive kind of confrontation. This is just stabbing in weak points.
Yeah, I can't
Which
finish shaking 420. I cannot take you anywhere.
like mom, like Moria is giving me such tired mom vibes. Just
Moira, Moira, I'm so sorry. But I think like, because again, he does like care about Moira to a degree, and she is his boss. I think 420 does like give Tome time to collect himself and won't say anything further for a bit.
yeah. Moria,
In
what do you
420's
want to do?
yeah, in
Yeah.
420's opinion, it's just like this is probably something you have to like deal with like slash fucking like decide at some point, dude. This is not a kind of situation where someone is gonna like this is not the kind of situation where he feels like someone should walk in like with like that many doubts because believe it or not he doesn't want Tone to get killed either.
Yeah, yeah, which I guess I want, like, I'd like to say Moria is just aware of that too. She's just like, those are like good worries to have, but the way you're going about this.
He has no fucking I hold 420 and shake him. He has like legitimate concerns and worries, but he has absolutely no reference as to a
No,
healthy way to
he's
like
Uh,
deal.
he's so valid.
yeah,
Like, out of character,
yeah.
this is a good thing to check considering everything that they're going through. I look
Oh,
at Tome.
yeah, which is,
This is
this is like another reason why Moria hasn't stated more, because these are legit worries. Just,
yeah. And that's part of the reason Tome is so upset is out of character. Tome tends to get angry at people when they are pointing out something that he's already angry at himself with. So most of this is actually deflect self hatred that is being deflected onto 420. Tome doesn't like that he can't answer this question confidently, so he is deflecting that anger onto 420 right now.
And 420 is very much thinking like 420 like he might act silly, but this guy has a 20 intelligence and is again a hacker plus a spy. He's just like if this is not a situation where you walk in with doubts. That's going to get you eaten alive.
yeah.
And he already disagreed with Camille, like telling people that he was Sam to begin with, because again, 420 knows how dangerous the situation is. So he's just looking at Tome, and he's just like, it's not even that he hates Tome or anything. He's genuinely just like, if you have doubts, you need to like fucking like deal with them, like decide
Yeah.
like do something about them. You
We're
can't just like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk into this extremely dangerous situation and like absolutely stay with like advocate's side like through the whole time if you don't fully believe in it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, out of character, we're going to be dealing with this soon. The problem is this takes place in the past, which means it's before we've dealt with it.
Yep.
Yeah. Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah.
Um. Uh.
Yeah, and it's also the thing where Moira knows that 420 has a point. 420
Yeah.
wasn't
Wait.
even trying to hurt Tome, by the way. Like, don't get me wrong, he was
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of dick in execution, but he genuinely wasn't being malicious about this, and it's still like tripped that live wire. And
Yeah. Exactly.
people,
And
people
I
going after Camille would absolutely do it on purpose.
Oh yeah, and it's also as well. I guess I add on to the bit Moria said you're both worried. Like she did say it for Tome's benefit, but she said it for 420s too. So 420, you would be aware that oh, this dude absolutely does care, but like the doubts and that you're pointing that out, that is a legit worry.
Yeah, which is why like he's letting like Tome like simmer and not pushing further. But like 420 is still just that something to deal with. That's something you gotta decide, my dude. You can't go into
Mm-hmm.
stuff like this half cocked.
Yeah, can't be full. Can't be half baked.
Yeah. I love 420. I hold him. He has a knack for like being so bad with people.
Oh, well, and funnily enough, looking at all of these reactions too, you know what is another thought too? Because Moria would have worked on, worked with 420 and all of this, and when she was in the know, 420, you would have realized that Moria has dealt with similar situations before.
Yeah, which is
He
why
was,
he's like, which is why he's chill with like Moira. Like of everyone that Camille has like told to, like most of them kind of one already know what they're getting into. Two has like gone through something similar, or three he already can tell that they absolutely like adore Camille slash Sam and would not want to see him actually die for real TMs. And
yeah.
he thought the same for Tome. This was actually supposed to just be a cursory like question. This wasn't like this was a little grilling, but he thought the answer would be yes. But then like he looked and apparently, the answer is not a yes.
Oh man. Well,
I,
Moria has sat back down and is going back to her tea. Just man.
yeah, 420's gonna open up his phone and just like scroll through it while waiting for Tome to gather his thoughts and words.
Yeah. How's Tome doing currently?
He's still handing me just angry.
Throws puts my oh god. Okay, that's fine. Hug you.
Yeah, no worries.
Mm. I give you a pat. Do you need to like finish this up and like have us finish up what might have happened off screen or something?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
like if you need a small break.
No, we can continue. I've put it on pause. I just probably can't do this for another hour.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think like the crux of the moment is that 420 did bring up some genuine concerns, whether Tome like which Tome's probably more than a little mad about. And I think like at this point, with Tome being so clearly angry and not like answering any questions, 420 will just shut his phone off and be like, All right, I can tell. All right, I can tell when a conversations reached its end. I'll send you the papers next time, boss. And he's
Sounds good.
beginning to like stand up to leave.
Like, she'll walk with him to the door, and also, you know it, for fun and enrichment. Moria, how good is your sleight of hand?
Mhm.
21, not too shabby. You can roll perception to see whether you noticed then, but
I
Moria
think
has.
yeah, no.
Later, you'll find that actually Moria slipped you more food.
You know what? He's not gonna complain. Any excuse not to go grocery shopping.
But yeah, Moria has slipped you more food, and like as you go, um, just you gotta stay safe out there, okay?
Will do, will do. I can do it. I've been doing this for 8 years now. Wait, no, 9.
I know, but I can still wish you safe anyways, can't I?
I guess so. Who am I to turn down like good luck from like such a pretty lady? And he like blows her a little kiss. Like this is purely joking, by the way, but you know.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like you get what's a good way to, like, it's not a deep bow or anything. She's just like my high praise.
Yeah, God, I'm just imagining Moira just cheekily being like, "Don't you think I'm a little too old for you, 420?"
Yeah, exactly.
Or 20 voice. I'm 22. That's really old.
Perhaps, but not quite as old as 49. Oh,
Fair enough, fair enough. And he just like grins and he's just, if you need any help with anything, just hit me up, okay? And I'll make sure to tighten the security systems in the chat as well.
I will. Thank you. Good luck
He
out
does,
there, okay?
yeah. And he does like take one last look like over his shoulder to where presumably Tome is still seething on the couch.
Yep,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, and then he just looks at Moira and is just like, so what are you gonna do about that?
We'll need to talk. How do I? Moria looks very tired for a moment. Adulting man.
Yeah.
But, like, genuinely speaking, we'll need to talk.
Yeah, that's probably wise. Horton, he like hums and then he kind of like sobers a little and he's just, you know what I do, Moira, and I wasn't even trying this time.
Yeah, I know your worries are entirely true. It's just you can get her kind of. It's one of those tricky situations where she's just she does see where you're coming from. She does see where you're coming from. It's why
Yeah.
she didn't push back more.
Yeah, and he just kind of like fidgets with his butterfly necklace, and he's just like, I'm going to keep. Obviously, probably nothing's going to come up anytime soon. I'm going to hopefully keep it that way, but you really need
Yeah,
to talk about it with him.
agreed. I'll make sure to keep an eye out on my end too. I'll hand you any information I find.
You do that, and he winks and he leaves.
She nods and, like, after she sees him off, she's gonna lock the door and go over to sit by Tome.
Home is just still sitting there, arms crossed, and he's just in thought, and he goes, "So how often do people come by while I'm not here?"
Not very. if I'll be honest, generally 420 and I tend to do our meetings elsewhere, like at the office generally.
Makes sense then.
I think on his end, he doesn't especially know you. He wanted to see how you held up.
And I don't know him.
Mm. Oh, I do apologize for that. If I knew, I would have told you. Okay.
All right. And he does relax a bit at that. He's not mad
It's
at you. He can't stay angry at you.
oh, like I will say genuinely as well. You would have known about 420 before because this is the guy who's in charge of security for the chat.
Probably.
So I feel like they probably sit there for a moment. Moria is actually going to grab some more coffee and some sweets and set them near you, Tome. And well, until you're ready to talk.
Here's the thing. Out of character, I don't know if Tome's going to talk about this.
Cause
Because this is before the other stuff, so he is genuinely, which means it's still in his I don't want to talk about how I feel stuff. Which so he just kind of handed me like simmering, and then after a bit he goes, "I'm better now," and just does not bring it back up.
Cause Moria would actually, or rather, it's so. I realize you're still likely angry about all of this, but I get the sense you're more angry because this is something you're worried about yourself.
Tome kind of stiffens, and his grip on his coat tightens. Doesn't matter,
If you're,
Moria. I answered the question. I will not be leaving Camille.
I know that, but you are very uncertain of yourself. And, well, I suppose your feelings are your own, but I think you should believe in yourself a little more as well.
Jake's tone rattles him for what he gave me.
Oh
It
dear.
doesn't matter. None of how I feel in this situation. All that matters is what I do. That is all.
But how you feel affects how you're doing as well. And, well, aside from Camille, I do worry about you as well, you know?
Oh, you don't need to.
There's like a bit of a look on her face, just like, telling me what to do, huh?
Tome just
Like,
kind of
it's a
gives you a
bit
look.
challenging.
Tome gives a look. And he is. I feel like this ends up being a staring contest.
I'll do what I wish to, yeah.
I can't stop you.
Just as I know you'll do what you want to as well.
Mm.
But I am here, yeah. If you'd like a second opinion on things. She's essentially saying that, hey, she's here to talk.
Tome really is just handing me, I don't want to talk about my emotions. I want to shove them into a little box and not address them.
That's not the healthy thing to do, but like, yeah, no, like Moria has said that, and then like she's going to sit down and just she won't poke anymore.
Yeah, no, Tome's handing me. He's going to take this one and he's going to put it in a box and he's not going to address this until it blows up in his face later.
Oh, Tome. Well, I
Tome.
suppose that's going to be for that future game.
Yep, that's for the other future. That explains a bit why he broke earlier at the other
Oh.
future FPS, I guess. But
Oh god. I think Moira's phone does buzz with a text, and it's just like, hey, if like, hey, when the detective gets unbroken, tell him like like 420 is just like, tell him I'm sorry, eh? Like he doesn't feel bad for doing what he did. Like he would probably like still do it anyway, but it's kind of that thing where he acknowledges that this is um this is like a very like fucking like difficult like situation all around. He knows like
Yeah.
this is a really unfair situation. He doesn't regret bringing it up or pushing Tom on this because he is still in the mindset of it was necessary and Tom will get eaten alive if he doesn't deal with those dogs. But he acknowledges that yeah, sorry Tom, like this is a very unfair situation all around.
Oh yeah, and more like Moria will. Moria will. Also, Tome, the next day, you're just gonna find an entire cake on the counter.
hey, my heart, hold up. My heart. Hey, give me a moment here. Give me a moment here.
I can't bring 420 anywhere.
I will say Moria does pass by Tome later and just gets a soft thank you.
Aw.
It's hard for him
He'll
to
get...
it's hard for him to talk about his emotions, but he is thankful for Moria.
Aw. Yeah, no, he's gonna get to smile back from her. Also, 420, I hope you know, you will be getting a PDF later with all of the cat pictures that Moria finds.
Yes. Like honestly, the camera like cuts back to 420's bunker, and it just like cuts like to the clock as it ticks and ticks and ticks, and like fucking, it's 2 nights before like 420 shuts like the computers off and looks at Moira's messages, and then he just probably kind of slumps over like, kind of just. Like shambles over to his couch, slumps over like stomach down, and just like scrolls through like cat pictures in the dark. I should note, by the way, it's not healthy that 420 himself has like little to like no fucking doubts about the situation he's in. Like he has gotten so used to life in that situations that he has such a skewed like sense of like, what's normal.
Hold him. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but
There is a reason me and Fletch call 420 Camille, but worse.
yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry,
man.
420. I'm going to find a muse who can interact with you who you cannot hit the trauma buttons for. I'll find a way.
Actually, that just remind me. Tome could actually roll a quick perception for me.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I will say as well later when things have calmed down, like Moria will send that message, like, will send a 420's message to...
Yeah, the apology. Okay, with a 21. Tome, you didn't realize it in a moment because again you were seething with resentment, but you did like notice it. But later on, when you've cooled down a little, you actually realize something. 420 said he's been doing this for 9 years. Like this, presumably being a hacker, and considering how he carries himself, some kind of spy. He's 22.
Tome doing the math in his head. No. Don't get attached to another child protagonist. Don't get attached to another child protagonist. You're angry at this one. You're angry at this one.
Oh, you know what the best worst part is? Haha, handshake Moria and starting early.
Yeah.
Just kind of an extra reason why she's like, trying to make things easier for him, because oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's that thing where like with that context, like a lot of what 420 said to Tome that seemed like kind of dickish and out of nowhere makes a lot of sense.
How long does it take for you to connect the dots? That's why he was acting that way. Okay, he figures it out. Tome is still very mad because it's a lot easier to be mad at 420 than himself. But after a week or two, he does simmer down at 420. The anger stays, but now it's just directed at himself.
That's not good either. You
man.
realize that?
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this was happening before this FPS, and this has been happening for
Throws a rock at you.
since it's like his third or fourth
Shakes
FPS
you,
with.
shakes you, shakes you.
I can actually point to the first FPS where everything started to fall. And this has been
So
long
the
term.
So the conclusion is, when that comes up, it's going to be very satisfying.
Yes, when we take care of this, things will be very satisfying because it's a long building arc.
I can't believe I helped contribute like party popper confetti noise. I can't believe that 420 just straight up took one look at the stranger and somehow managed to stomp directly into the one dot.
Your man is very skilled in many things.
Listen, Tome needed this.
I hold 420. He really has no fucking experience outside of being a hacker and a spy.
Oh, Tim,
Yeah.
he's very valid.
Yeah.
We love him.
Yeah, and like, genuinely speaking, I had an absolute blast with this FPS.
Handshake. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so like fun doing interpersonal conflict because like 420
Oh
is
yeah.
one of my
Oh yeah.
less nice characters.
Mhm.
Like you get why he is that way, but he's also like definitely not as nice as some of the other characters I play.
Yeah, like, it's understandable and it's good points, but it, like, the way he went about things is still like, oh dear.
Not good, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
again,
like, again, you see what Moria's dilemma was.
yeah. He has no experience outside of being a hacker and a spy. He's been at this for 9 years.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
420, we're gonna get you formative experiences. We're gonna get you good friendships. I will say, out of character, after about 3 weeks, enough time for him to simmer down and stop being mad at 420, and then enough time to gather his thoughts, 420 probably will get a text, because there's probably a way to message him, or Moria shows a way that just says, I'm sorry, I got upset with you, and then that is it. Tome has apologized, that is off his conscience, he is totally not starting to get attached.
420 honestly sends back that one like emoji of the guy with a lot of question marks around his face, and that's it.
Oh my goodness.
That's the entirety of their That's the entirety of their DMs.
Yeah, like 420 is just like, what are you apologizing to me for? Like, question mark?
He feels bad he got mad at you.
Yeah, do you think 420 understands that?
No, don't worry, they're both gonna get help. We're gonna help both of these poor traumatized Blorbos.
Well, Tone's gonna get help by finger guns.
Oh, no, 420 is gonna get help.
you as well.
Me grabbing your vamp by the throat, we're gonna help 420 eventually.
You think it's gonna be that easy? Oh no, honey.
Oh, it's not gonna be easy. I don't expect it to be easy at all. But I think you underestimate my stubbornness when it comes to Blorbos.
Honestly, out of character, I do want 420 to get help, but he is in this precarious situation where part of why he's so bad is because of his job, but we can't exactly pull him out.
Yeah, no, I know out of character, but also out of character, it will happen eventually, one day.
Eventually. Don't worry, we are all stubborn picnics. We'll get there, but
for now, thank you everyone for listening. We hope you had fun listening to this absolute like train wreck of a conversation.
Yeah,
All
you're all
right.
amazing.
Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.